You gave me this first-class relic of Thomas Aquinas.
I did. And I told you one thing when I gave it to you is like, all I want is to be famous. I want to be on the show.
Yeah.
You promised me within a week I'll be on the show, and then here's the
4
relics
months later,
here. Yeah,
5 months later,
right.
6 months later.
It's shameful, but no, yeah. Got the relic from a
Russian
Russian Orthodox priest who this wasn't the first time he gave us a relic. In fact, a couple of years ago, he's like, oh, I want to give you guys some relics, and he's like, you can have a pick. You could have Thomas Aquinas or Saint Teresa, a little flower.
Yeah,
and it was a big choice, you know. Yeah. But to me, you know, I thought the less pretentious choice would be St. Teresa Little Flower.
Okay.
That's why I left this one for you.
I missed it. What?
Less pretentious. Like I thought, like having like St. Thomas Aquinas.
Because I'm pretentious.
Like,
got it. Yeah.
Anyway, no, I picked St. Teresa Little Flower because like we're a missionary family, and she was a missionary.
So he gave you both of them?
No, he gave it. So I got St. Teresa Little Flower, and that's how I knew he had Thomas Aquinas.
Okay.
So then, like when you were moving here, and you were like, "Oh, it's my dream to get Thomas Aquinas," we were like, "We should just ask Father Theo for the Thomas Aquinas."
Yeah.
So he told him about you, and he's like, you know, he's an old guy, and honestly, he's a sick old man. Not sick like he's a pervert or something, but like he's just old and he's sick, and he's like always wanting to get rid of his stuff, and so we told him about you. He's like, "Oh, I would love that," you know. So wow. He was all about.
And he wanted to do it anonymous,ly, isn't that right?
Yeah, well, I guess he's not anonymous anymore.
Well, you haven't said his name
told
yet,
him,
did you? Father
Theo Chomsky. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father Theo Chomsky.
No, yeah, he's just a sweet guy. He's always giving stuff to like monasteries.
Why is this? Is
like
Western saints he gives away, or?
I don't know how he has so many like crosses and relics and stuff like that, but people have given them to him, and he like loves to give stuff away. Like wow. he would come over our house and be like, he'd love to give us like groceries, you know. Wow. But then the other thing, he'd be like, I have this old wheelbarrow I want to give to you, and I always be like, yeah, heck yeah,
I don't
man.
Want it, but thanks.
Yeah, dude, I wanted it, man. I'm like, I'll take it, dude, you know. Yeah. And so he's just like that, and the relic is just another thing, man. He's a sweet old man.
I was in Pittsburgh at Holy Trinity Ukrainian Catholic Church, and somebody pointed out that they knew that priest, and they spoke really highly of him. But I was in Scott's library walking around, Scott Hahn, and I said to him, okay, back up. I got a Thérèse of Lisieux first-class relic, and the way I got it was thus. I was chatting with a priest at a parish I was about to speak at, and he said, hey, I just got like a bunch of relics, first-class relics in. And for those Protestants who are watching right now, we're talking about like bone, fragments of bone from saints, which is weird, right? Because as Catholics, we're like, respect the body, until you're dead, and then we throw you in the chipper and then disperse you around the world in little gold things. Bit weird. So he said he got all these relics in, and I've been wanting a relic, and I'm like, how come all these Catholics I know have first-class relics, and I don't have a first-class relic? So he said, I got all these relics in. I just looked at him, I went, give me one. And he went, okay. I went, sweet, that's how you do it. So I just started to become a little bit more bold in my relic seeking. So I was in Scott's library, and I'm like, hey, you know anybody who'd have a first-class relic of Thomas Aquinas I could have? And he's like, I wouldn't trust or respect the man who would part with it.
Well,
I thought that was a good answer.
You told me that before, and I always think that Scott Hahn doesn't respect me. Did you tell him I gave you the...
No, because this was before.
Okay.
I was looking
just
for
don't
one.
tell him. Don't ever tell him.
Yes,
I'm sure he doesn't watch this show.
No, that's right. But anyway, so what happened was you came over to my house, and you had an envelope, and you gave me this thing. Because you said you had something you wanted to give to me, and my wife said, you're going to love this thing. And I'm like, I don't know what this thing could possibly be.
What things were you thinking it could be?
I don't know, because she said you were going to love it. And I thought, I don't think Bob has anything he could give me that I'd be that excited about. Yeah.
Wow, that's a backhanded insult.
So she gave me an envelope, and I was feeling it, and I thought, this is a frigging beer top. It's a bottle top.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
That's what it felt like. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I guess maybe it's like an Australian beer top, and my wife thought that this would have sentimental value. So that's what I'm thinking as I open this envelope and pull it out. I'm thinking, oh, thanks, Bob, this is great. And I pull it out, and it's a first-class relic of Thomas Aquinas. I don't think I could speak for about a minute.
Yeah, it was awesome, bro.
It was really kind of you.
And then we had like the document in Latin.
Yeah, I have it right there. That's still in the envelope, envelope, cool. Envelope.
I say envelope.
Yeah, I think in Australia they say envelope. I get confused these days.
Well, I don't know. I think I say envelope. It's a good question, actually.
But once I ask you, you forget.
Then I'm going to think about it all day. Gonna beat myself up about the answer to this later.
Stupid. I can't believe I said envelope. But anyway, so thanks so much for that.
Yeah, man. I it's good to see it here in that cool. Like, where'd you get that reliquary?
I got that reliquary. Actually, I have a. Speaking of first class relics, this was a terrible thing happened. So I used to work for a bloke who runs a ministry called Stewardship and Mission of Faith.
Okay.
And he was kind enough to give me a first class relic of Padre Pio. And it came with that reliquary. By the way,
wow.
we no longer have any Protestants watching this show.
Yeah,
It's been like done, 10 minutes and there's no way.
I don't think you ever had any, but it's just good to,
it's good to pretend.
Hope. Yeah.
So anyway, so he gives this to me and I have to fly home with it. So I don't know what to do with it. I wanted to be careful with it, obviously. So I took the relic out in the little circular thing, for lack of a better word.
That's the name.
And I wrapped it in bubble wrap. And I got home and I unwrap it and the fragment of bone is no longer on it.
Bro.
Now I know people, they'll carry their first class relics around with them.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it got dislodged from the glue or whatever that's on the thing.
Good.
So what do you do? What do you do? Like, you're in a predicament now. Either you leave it as is because it's sealed with wax to show its authenticity in the back, right? Mm-hmm. So do I just keep it like that with the seal on and say, well, I know you can't see it, it's in there somewhere, or do you cut it open and go looking for it? What do you do?
I think I would have left it sealed.
All right, I should have done that.
But you cut it open.
I cut it open. I don't know why I did it.
I don't think it mattered. Dust to dust, right, man? It's dust somewhere now. I mean,
so I cut it open, and I'm going through, but it's kind of cool to like touch Padre Pio's bone. I was thinking that too, and I think I found it, and I tried to put it back on, and then I shut it up again. So I have Padre Pio.
You still have it?
Yeah, still have it, but it's cut open in the back. So.
All's well that ends well.
Anyway, that's how I got the reliquary.
I think everyone's got like a Padre Pio. I feel like the most common relic is Padre Pio.
Yeah,
everyone's like,
I got a piece of a
glove or something that was touched with a piece of a glove or something like that.
Yeah.
Not that I mean, Padre Pio's cool, but.
If you like that clip, be sure to like and subscribe. Cheers.